Two-type Pokemon have been around since Gen 1, but were they always supposed to be there? This is Pokemon Why or Why Not, the show where I clamp onto your Pokemon questions and theories. Clamp, back in Gen 1, was the signature move of the Water-Ice type Cloyster. Because there are no pure Ice types until Gen 3, many speculate that the entire Ice type was a last-minute addition. The Dragon type was basically confirmed as this in the first games, since it only had one move and operated entirely outside of other type effectiveness. There's a new theory making its way across Reddit by GoldenSand/15 that proposes dual typing in general was a late addition and didn't originally exist. 62 of the original 151 Pokemon had two types, while the majority only had one. Most of the Pokemon that were dual typed existed within their own evolutionary families, like the Bats and Tentas. Not to mention the programming of dual types was imperfect. Allow me to explain. In the original games, if you were to hit a Bulbasaur with an Earthquake, it would hit for neutral damage, because Bulbasaur has not just the poison typing, but also grass. However, the "It's super effective" message would still appear. This suggests that at one point, Game Freak hadn't considered resistances due to dual types. Back to Bulbasaur. As I mentioned before, he has two types, but that isn't true for any other grass starter. In fact, Bulbasaur is the only starter ever to have two types associated with it. This complicates things because everyone begins their journey with a starter, and Bulbasaur is traditionally recommended for beginners. Even though most of us chose Charmander or Squirtle, that small percentage of new trainers could be easily confused by the concept of a Pokemon with two types. They haven't given a starter 2 since then. Was it only there because of a last-minute alteration? Take a look at the original 151. This theory begs the question, are there any that you can't see as having only one type? Nothing about Jinx's design suggests ice. Executor could just be a grass tree. Charizard has wings, but so do a lot of Pokemon that aren't the flying type. Imagine a Pokemon series where dual types were never added. Would they be included later? Or perhaps every generation would introduce a new lot of types? I think this is a really awesome theory that sheds a new light on the first generation. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. For further reading, check the link in the description. If you like this episode of Pokemon Why or Why Not, subscribe for the next episode. I'll be taking a cut out of, well, Cut, and the other HMs. I've been the Algamist. See you next time.